What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in into the next episode of the Ask Roman Q&A. We're at episode 4, right? Okay. My wife is with me again. We don't have a fan blowing at me today. It's fucking hot, as you can see. And just imagine the torture I have to go through for you guys. All right, let's go.
For growing legs, is it better to split quads and hams or all one day?
Split it.
What do you think is your best body part and your weakest?
Back is weak. Arms, chest is weak. Shoulders are pretty good. Calves are good. Quads are good. But obviously everything could be better.
My legs get sore and I feel them working, but don't seem to grow. Any tips?
Absolutely not. Maybe, look at it this way. Are you growing altogether? Because that's a pretty important thing to consider. Your whole body has to grow in order for your lats or your arms or anything to grow. So if they get sore, they're obviously getting hit. Did he say it's getting stronger?
No.
Okay, so you have to get one stronger, because just making them sore doesn't necessarily mean they're growing, because you can get sore from pretty much anything. One time I was doing yard work for a friend of my mom, so the ripping out plants and all that stuff, you know. And my hamstrings the next door were sore as fuck, but obviously they didn't grow from that. So just because something is sore doesn't mean it's growing. Your whole body has to grow. That means you have to take in enough food and get enough rest. And also you have to get stronger. So are you getting stronger on pull-ups, pull-downs, bent rows, stuff like that? So take that into consideration and make sure those are checked.
Why don't many bodybuilders eat pasta as a carb source?
I guess they do. So at least, obviously there's no problem with pasta, other than if you have the gluten sensitivity. And I know a lot of people that do eat pasta. I personally don't eat a lot of pasta because it's much easier to put just rice into the rice cooker, close it, and hit cook. And with pasta, I have to stand next to it and wait, and rinse it off and all that shit. You don't have to do that with rice. So I don't eat a lot of pasta because it's easier to prepare rice, but there is no problem with pasta. And if you have watched some of my day in the life eating videos, the earlier ones, but they were in German, I was eating pasta every day.
Are you still doing the pre and post shakes with Haribo, Pepto Pro and Cluster Dextrin?
Right now during the diet, I cut them out. You can follow all that nutrition change, all the nutrition changes that I do, and how the weight is developing and how my body develops in my YouTube vlogs. I do one a week, and there's always the nutrition plan written out below in the description, and also changes that I've made comparing them to last week's nutrition. Right now I'm not doing those humongous shakes. I only do an intra, 50 carbs, 20 protein. But like I said, it's all written out in the description below my vlogs.
Favorite classic physique competitor?
Urs. Oh, I was pronouncing it in English. Urs is my favorite, period. Obviously, Bumstead is great because he's Mr. Olympia, but I've said it a million times. My guess is that as soon as Bumstead retires, Urs ist next in line. Okay, hast du gehört, Urs? Du bist der Nächste, ich bin ganz sicher.
Any kind of collaboration with the shed in Italy would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. I'm sure, so we're bringing a camera, my wife is filming, and I'm sure James is there. He probably has his own videographer by his, provided by his sponsor, but I'm sure we can, you know, at least we're gonna meet at the athletes meeting, so he's gonna be probably in my video, I'm probably gonna be in his video. I don't know about training so much the last week because our schedules are pretty busy, but we're gonna work something out. So we're gonna make it happen, don't worry.
Color of posing trunk of matter or not? Do you think the fit matters much?
Yes. The fit can actually change a lot in your physique. So if you get, for example, if you have a long, or if you have a short torso that looks stubby, I guess, I don't know what the word is, so it's just short, and you get a cut that goes down more from the top to your dick, like more like a V, can make your torso look more like longer and more V-tapered. And also how wide the thing on the side is can make a big difference in your V-taper look. And you know how, yeah, it does make a difference. And also the color makes a difference. For example, I always think that white, not white, but white colored trunks, especially when they have a cut that is broader, look like diapers. And then when you get tanning stains on them, it looks like shit, literally. So I would go with a color that fits my, you know, everyone has like a certain aura to them. You can tell someone, like for example, Jay Cutler. I always thought that the turquoise color with the blonde hair and all that looked awesome. Then someone like Kai Green, I always thought with his skin tone and everything, red looked great. And Dorian, for example, I can't see him wearing anything but black. And then you just have to figure out what fits best for you. I always do black or like a shiny red, which look good for me. And I've never done any other colors.
For a physically working competitor, do you think it will be better to train 4 days and get more rest days, or spread out volume for 5 days and do less but frequently?
I think shorter workouts with more intensity that are more focused and dense are better than like a one body part per day thing, 5 days a week, is probably going to be better than 4 days a week with chest and biceps together and shoulders and triceps, for example, because you're already exerting a lot of energy throughout the whole work day. And then when you're in the gym, you don't want to elongate that exhaustion. You just go in, you know, do chest an hour, including warm up, max, and then get out. And then, but, you know, compared to doing chest and then having to do biceps, then maybe even forearms, you're gonna be, it's like I said, just spread it out more, get more intensity with short duration.
What age did you start your decaf cycle?
17.
Have you used the Vayu Final Protein before?
Yes, I have. It tastes good. Obviously, it's a very highly isolated or even hydrolyzed protein. So it doesn't taste super gourmet like ESN has the designer ways that's way concentrate. Obviously that tastes better, but as far as the protein quality and digestibility, the final protein is superior. And I have used it and I like it.
How to organize the nutrition when I have to train 30 minutes after wake up?
Get up, obviously, drink a liter of water with a little bit of salt in it to get you hydrated, and then just have an intra-workout drink. Have an intra-workout drink with, depending on your body weight, 50 to 100 grams of carbs, preferably cyclic dextrin, so clustered, highly branched cyclic dextrin, with Pepto Pro EAA mix 50-50, like maybe 30 grams or 20 grams, also depending on weight. And then have your breakfast after you train. Or even do a whey protein shake after you train and then have breakfast like an hour later. But don't eat if you have to train 30 minutes, within 30 minutes. Just drink water, you gotta be hydrated. You gotta have electrolytes in, that's why the salt. And then do an intra.
Is there an oral steroid that does not suppress testosterone?
No. Period.
Does it feel different having a titanium hip?
Yes, it feels better. It feels better than the natural one.
Do you think that 10 eggs a day is unhealthy?
No. Here's the thing. There have been studies that said, people that eat 1 egg a day or 2 eggs a day die earlier, or shit like that, or have higher cholesterol. And then it is proven that eating cholesterol will not increase your cholesterol, because those studies aren't studies that are strictly supervised. So they just ask a random amount of people, have you eaten 1 egg a day over the last 20 years? And then some say, yeah, sure, I have. And they have high cholesterol. But no one is asking what else they have eaten with that egg. So no one is asking about the fucking syrup they put on there, because it's just eggs, right? So eggs is in waffles, eggs are in pancakes, eggs are in egg McMuffins. So no one is asking about the pancakes they have eaten with the syrup on it, and the bacon and the lard and the glass of apple juice and shit like that. So cholesterol is not increased by eating cholesterol. Cholesterol is increased by eating a bunch of fucking sugar and unhealthy foods, so to speak, and it's not because of the eggs. So eat your 10 eggs, you're gonna be fine, trust me. But just make sure, or preferably go for the omega-3 eggs in your grocery store, if they have those, or at least buy them organic and free range.
Try to order a shirt but can't read German.
Ah, come on, man. We have shipped to German, to the US or to English-speaking countries a lot. All you guys have figured out how it works. So I trust in you to figure it out. Okay? And honestly, if you have a question like this, just hit me up on DM on Instagram and I'll help you order. Seriously. Okay? Don't worry.
I started as an adult at 121 pounds and now weigh 165 pounds after 3 years. Where's my limit?
I don't know. Your limit is probably much greater than you think. So don't limit yourself in your head. Just go for it. Get as much out of it as you can. And don't worry about a limit. You don't know where the limit is. I don't know where the limit is. Don't waste your time thinking about the limit. Just go for it. All right?
How low will your calories go on prep?
I don't know. I don't even count calories. I just count macronutrients.
Is it important to eat rice meal before training, or is normal rice and chicken with same effect?
So rice meal, he means like cream of rice. It doesn't matter in what form the rice comes. You can do cream of rice, basmati rice, regular, minute rice, rice pasta, like, because we said that earlier. It doesn't matter, okay? Just make sure it's digested and it sits well on your stomach and you're good to go.
Would you ever plan on moving to the USA to be closer to the guys and events like Olympia?
Yes. I wouldn't, we already said that in the German Q&A, there was a similar question. I wouldn't move completely. I would do something I would like to do, or better yet, I'm going to do something that Ian did. So he still has his main stay, or his main, wherever the fuck he lives, in Canada. So his house is in Canada, but he's living in a condo, renting it right now, but probably buying is better for me, in Florida. And that is something that I would like to do. Just buy a small, piece of real estate in the US and just go back and forth whenever I want to. Preferably also on the East Coast, like Florida, because anything that's on the West Coast is always a bitch to get to. And if you're on the East Coast, you can still fly to the West Coast in a pretty short time. So that's what I want to do.
Do you ever use glucose disposal agents? What are your thoughts on them?
I use them. I have used them. I still use them. There's different types, obviously, but I like them for optimizing nutrient uptake and shuttling of carbs and all that stuff, so they're good. They have my thumbs up.
Can you explain your online coaching style a bit, check-ins, etc.?
Oh yeah, of course. So I offer coaching on my website. I'm gonna put the link down below. It's either 3 months, 6 months, or a full year. You gotta pay in advance, because I've had so much trouble with people not paying and people, just assholes. So you gotta pay in advance. And in the beginning, obviously, it'll take us, so me and you, a little bit of work to set up a plan that is individualized for your specific needs. So I'm gonna ask you, we're gonna talk on the phone probably, because it's quicker, and then I'm gonna have you write out some things that I'm going to ask you. So we're gonna put together a plan to your needs and to your goals, around your daily schedule and around your eating preferences and your exercise preferences. And then you're gonna execute that one without fail, I hope at least, to get the maximum results. And check-ins are once a week during the off season. Obviously, you can always contact me on WhatsApp or via text during the week if you have any questions or if something is not clear. I always respond within 24 hours. If I don't respond within 24 hours, I have missed the message, so you just message me again. And then if you're a competitor and the show gets closer, you are going to have to check in a lot more frequently. So one guy I have right now, he's 6 weeks out. He's right now checking in with video at least twice a week. And apart from that, he's giving me his weight every morning. And if there's something going on with his weight, or if he wants to check in additionally, obviously he can do that. And we're gonna make changes as the weeks go by. So it is very in-depth. It is very individualized. And it is also not, it is a lot of work, not for me, by myself, but also for the client. Because I'm gonna be up your ass with, trust me, with videos and all that. I want to see your exercise execution. I want to see how close you get to failure if you train properly and all that stuff. So you're in for a lot of work if you're hiring me. But the results are going to be, I don't want to brag, but the results are going to be satisfying for you.
You eat a hell of a lot of food. How much water are you drinking a day?
When I get up in the morning, I immediately drink a liter. Then I do my walk outside and I practice my vacuums and I do abs every day. I drink another half a liter. Then I have breakfast right now. During training, I drink 2 liters. So we're already at 3.5, right? 3.5. Then during meals, I drink another 500 mils, half a liter. So that's 2 meals later, we're at 4.5 liters. Then again, during training, I drink 2 liters, that's 6.5 liters. And then I drink another liter to 1.5 before I go to bed. So it's about 7.5 to 8 liters. For the Americans out there, that's a little over 2 gallons.
Are your teeth parting from GH or is it genetic? Genuinely curious, not a troll or trying to be a dick.
I've always had gaps in between my teeth, always. I've never had straight teeth. Obviously, when I started taking GH, that didn't help it, so to speak. But I've never had my teeth touch each other all the way. And I've also had teeth knocked out when I was younger. And if you have gaps from knocked out teeth, the other teeth start wandering around. So also that didn't help.
Okay, the last question, any old school bodybuilder inspirations?
Oh yeah. Mentally is Dorian. Then financially or business-wise is Jay Cutler. And physically also Dorian for his rippedness. Is this a word? I don't know. You know. Who else looks? I've named someone in the German Q&A, but I forgot who it was. Oh yeah, Lee Priest for his body, for the freak factor of his body. You know, those big shoulders, big arms, tiny waist, huge legs, humongous calves. So Lee Priest for the physique, also for the training style. He influenced my training style a lot with the high volume. Dorian Yates, mentally, and Jay Cutler, business. That's it. Okay. Thanks guys for watching. As always, like I said, the link for the coaching is down below. What else did we say? That's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you need help ordering, hit me up. Thank you. The link for the shop is also down below. Please hit subscribe. You know, we got to crash 40,000 now. And then all this other stuff. Bell and comment. Okay. Thanks for watching again. See you on the next one. Peace.